Alex here with another video on legal nuts and bolts. This video is going to be titled Paper Trails. So, I guess, it makes sense that people may have not saved important text messages, voicemails, and such when they didn't know they were going to end up in court. When they didn't know they were going to get hit with a complaint for divorce or child custody, petition and stuff. But I see this sometimes where people, once you've been sued or you filed a lawsuit, and people don't, keep a paper trail. You already know you're in court, so whenever possible, you should make sure there's a paper trail. This is not going to be a long video. In fact, it's probably going to end in like the next minute. So I saw this video where a guy was, I don't know, he got busted for not paying child support or something, and he had all these excuses. I paid her, and she's lying, about how much I paid and all that. And the next time it comes up, he says the same thing, and the judge is like, "Did you pay in cash? Because if you didn't, we can just look at your, your credit card or your check. Oh, he paid in cash." If you do this kind of stuff, I don't know. It makes me not believe the person, because who would do that? But if you just don't do it, no matter how happy and nice you are with your ex, just don't pay them in cash. This should be like so obvious. It's not that hard. I guess for some people it's hard to pay with checks or arrange payment in some other way. But if you have a bank account and you have a checkbook, you don't have to get a receipt every time. If you send a check, it's obvious. Once they cash it, there's going to be a paper trail. That's the whole point. I'm really frustrated with this video, but I guess I have to do this because sometimes this is an issue. Just if you have a choice between a paper trail and not a paper trail, choose the paper trail, because when you go to court, you're just gonna sound insincere if you claim something that you just can't prove. When you've been in court, especially when you've been in court for years, you're gonna have to. You just can't go in there and say, "I didn't know any better and I paid her $1,000 in cash," because they're just not gonna buy it, because it just sounds so ridiculous. Another example where this might come into play is, for example, if you know you're gonna talk about something that's, it's probably going to be a conflict. If you already know it ahead of time, use email, because then it's in writing. Don't call on the phone for something that you know is going to get crazy. Because if you already know you're going to end up in court, you already know you're going to have to attach exhibits to that motion. So the last thing you want to do is go into court and use your testimony to try and prove something when you could use ink instead. So with that, I'll end this video. I feel like it's obvious, but it's starting to come up enough that I felt like I had to bring it up. So see you guys next time.